Fox 35 anchor John Brown is live in downtown Orlando near the scene of last night's shooting. John.
Well, we're right here on Wall Street, which is where tens of thousands, if not 100,000 people were gathered last night for Halloween. Now, this is the angle we often show you from the camera from high above the SunTrust. You're looking right down at the arch behind me. That's where Wall Street meets Orange Avenue. And this is where it all transpired last night. The first shooting scene was about a half block behind me on Orange Avenue at Central. And then the second shooting scene was about a half block behind me on my left. And in between those two spaces, that's where the gunman allegedly ran. Now, the one thing that stands out about this shooting is that it happened with an estimated 100 police officers standing right here in this area, trying to keep an eye on things and trying to keep everything calm last night.
The officers did a great job. They responded right when they heard the shooting. You know, as everybody else is running, they're not. They're sitting in a position looking for a shooter. They found a shooter and they took him down.
But there's also one other thing that I think needs to be pointed out, because this has come up time and time again. The numbers we've heard last night, 100,000 people here in downtown. Now, we had spoken with police earlier last night in the evening, and they told us there were practically no problems at the time. And all it took was the alleged actions of one person to send this place into chaos. And you could tell the frustration from the chief earlier today, because they appeared to have a plan in place. It was working. They had 100 officers down here. Nothing was going wrong. But then here we are 3 years after a similar shooting in downtown on Halloween night back in 2021, and we're going through this all again. So you can understand the frustration of the people who live here, who work here, and all the businesses that operate down here. Luann, Marlisa. Now, that may not sound like that big of a difference, but it can be a huge difference. If you come back out here live, I'll show you why. As you can see, the water's still in the road right now, but coming up quickly. Last couple years ago, the water got all the way up to this top step. Now, again, that's only going to be about 1.5 or 2 feet difference, but every foot of water in this area could put the water back another block that way towards downtown Sanford because of how flat it is. So as this lake starts to come up higher and higher, it could cause all sorts of problems here in downtown Sanford. That's why we like this location, Hannah. We can see as the water's starting to come up to give people an idea of just how much it might get into some of the homes down here, and we're hoping that doesn't happen.
Well, John, you got to be careful out there. It seems like the drivers don't mind too much. But last time you were out there, the Red Cross was actually helping people whose homes had taken on water. So have you been able to check out that area yet?
Okay, so I just talked with the police chief, Cecil Smith, from here in Sanford, and because the area we were talking about 2 years ago, I mean, it was a mess. It was several blocks just a little bit to the east of us, again, right along Lake Monroe. Now, he tells me those houses aren't in danger right now, but some of the other areas a little bit further, down in the Mellonville area, those streets are already starting to see some flooding. There's a lot of water, and it's really flat over there. So, again, that's the area I think to be most concerned with. But let's just hope that crest holds true, like Noah's saying, 7.5 to 8 feet, because that'll keep it out of most of the houses and most of the businesses here in downtown Sanford. That's what they're all hoping for. They want to stay in business. You got Oktoberfest going on right now. You have Hollerbacks. You have all the businesses in downtown Sanford. They don't want to see anything like they saw 2 years ago with Ian. Top story tonight, stop the building. That's the message from a lot of people all across Volusia County. As we told you last night at 10, they want all new developments to be put on hold right now. This, by the way, is video of a new development that's now underwater. Fox 35's Randy Hildreth asking commissioners if they're actually able to put pause on construction anyway. All right, thanks, Laura. Well, no jury has been picked yet in this suitcase murder trial, but we now know the defense that Sarah Boone is going to use during the trial. At least we think we do. Today, they had a hearing about the possibility of using self-defense as her defense. Fox 35's Stephanie Buffamonte was there as Boone's lawyer laid out some new evidence today. New at 8, the situation in Seffner is getting wild after Milton passed through. Residents in that city near Tampa say that they're in desperate need of help because of what's in the water. And sometimes it's in their backyard, too. Fox 35's Ariel Placencia takes us to these creepy floodwaters tonight. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to go into the mosh pit here a bit. Evan, my photographer, is going to show what's going on right here. Look at this party taking place. So we caught up with a family a second ago. They were in the middle of all of this. We have Elena and HJ, right? Okay, first of all, have you questioned your sanity about coming into this right now?
No, we always love this. It's so fun for the kids.
They're certainly having a good time. The bubbles are a big hit. So why do you guys come down here?
It's just a family tradition. It's so fun seeing all the families out here having a good time and getting in the holiday spirit.
Yeah, and the bubbles are a good touch here because we don't want the snow. So is this enough snow for you?
That's enough for us.
This works
yes.
for you, then, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas. Good to see you guys out here. So again, if you want to come out here tonight, you might get caught in this mosh pit, or you can have a nice quiet dinner at some of the restaurants up and down Park Avenue. But then again, tomorrow the parade starts at 9 o'clock. I'll be emceeing the parade once again this year. It's going to be so much fun. But tonight, guys, the party is here on Park Avenue. I'm glad we get to take part in this each and every year because I'm going to go hit the mosh pit right after we're done, and I'll see you, Luann, back on the news tonight. Reporting live in Winter Park, I'm John Brown, Fox 35 News.